Rip Carlos Sainz.
All right, everybody, ready to go here in just a second. Whoops. No, that'll do it, I think. All right. Good morning, everybody. Good, very early morning here. It's not even 6 o'clock on the West Coast. Good Lord. Frank is ready in his Ferrari red
Yeah,
as we
yeah.
are here in the Emilia Romagna Grand Prix. Buongiorno a tutti, as we would say in Italy, in a wet morning or afternoon, actually, rather,
Yeah,
here
afternoon.
in Italy, as the teams will start on Inter tires. Rain in the morning, which has now dried up some, but there is the potential for continued rain or another band, as Christian Horner said, throughout the race. So it would be interesting to see how teams shift from
It
inters to
looks
dries back to inters if they need it.
it looks
Um,
okay.
there's still a lot of standing water on the track as they were doing their warm ups here.
Yeah, I think it's the water on the track that's going to be the issue ultimately.
Indeed.
I don't think
Max
it's going to rain
Verstappen
more.
will be on pole position after his victory in the sprint race. Max has now won every race he's finished. The finishing part
Yeah,
being the key on this one. And then Charles Leclerc will start in second after a bit of a thrilling uh, back and forth between those two. Very similar conditions to last year's race
yeah, it
here
actually
at
is.
Imola with the Inter start as well. So we'll see how the teams handle
That's
that.
that's when Russell and Bottas made a little love tap,
Yes,
if
that
we
is
remember, down the
indeed.
straightaway.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fascinating. It also is kind of interesting. This track they go like counterclockwise. You
Uh,
realize that? Like they
they
go
do.
around
That
the
is
other
true.
way,
That is
which is
true.
sort
That's
of
cool.
odd,
I
right?
never. Yes, they do go around counterclockwise.
I'm trying to think. I think Interlagos may be like that too.
One of the
Not
I
into
thought it was two
in the
tracks
one
is
in
that way.
Brazil. I think Brazil may be like that too, where they actually go backwards. But this should be interesting. I think the wet. I think it raining or it being somewhat wet actually neutralizes the advantage for a lot of the cars. To be quite honest with you, and I think on top of it, I, it almost makes quality more representative of the actual paces, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And here we look at the grid. Gasly, AlphaTauri just cannot figure it out. He's going to be starting in 18th in the back, and then Lance Stroll, Esteban Ocon. Then you're going to have Sebastian Vettel and Lewis Hamilton right next to each other. I'm sure they've battled each other not in 13th and 14th in their past. George Russell's going to be 11th, Yuki in 12th, and then Mick Schumacher is actually going to start for the first time ever in a race up in the points. Actually, I think
Yeah.
is the right way to say it. K Mag, it didn't look like the Haas movement to the mediums during the sprint quality really worked out. Magnussen losing 4 spots, going down to 8th, and then the two orange cars finding each other on the track. We'll see Sainz in 4th, Perez in 3rd, both of them doing extremely well to be able to move up through the pack. Verstappen and Leclerc will be the starters up front. Max with a very good pass at the end. It was very interesting. They were talking about actually what was happening and why they couldn't pass, or at the end when they were talking to each other at the podium, Max was basically saying you completely missed the apex at turn 7, and Charles basically said I had no rear tires and front tires, and Checo said the camera was there to stop talking. So that was kind of quite funny. But it was just it's just to show the how these guys are pretty much friends. They talk about the whole thing. They battle each other out on the track, and it's fair, it's clean, but they're going to push each other to the limits, which is what we saw yesterday, which was awesome. So the big thing here will be the tire deg on the Ferrari versus the Red Bull.
Well, actually, on Inter's, the
It probably
sprint was
won't
on
happen.
Inter's.
No,
No,
the
the
sprint
sprint was on
sprint was on
softs. The sprint was
softs.
on
Yeah, it was a
softs.
dry race.
Yeah. There wasn't as much tire degradation. Interesting other stat here. Neither Charles nor Max have given up a position on on the first lap, uh, which is sort of rather an interesting one. We'll see if that
Yeah,
holds here for a
and the
bit.
big thing here is going to be very interesting is the we'll see how the start even works out.
Yeah,
Last
we
time
saw
there
the
were
wheel
gear sync
spin yesterday
problems.
for
Yeah,
Max.
wheel spin, gear sync issues for the Red Bull off of that start. So it'll be kind of interesting to be able to see if he can actually get off the line, to be quite honest with you. And then I think here we will get our
Our
a
formation
little
lap
lap
underway.
formation lap here.
Jump into Discord if you need the race. There are 15 seconds to the formation lap was what's being reported. Uh, And otherwise, we're just gonna send it here in a little bit because that is the 3 p.m. In Europe.
Yeah, it's 3 p.m. and that's a beautiful shot there. You can see the Tifosi in the background.
The
They're
seeing red.
absolutely full,
Yeah.
which is pretty awesome. And then this, to be honest with you, I do kind of love when it's a little wet and the spray comes up, and it's just, it adds a whole new element to the racing, to be quite honest with you.
28 seconds is going to be your pit stop loss on average. So it's going to be very, the teams have to
Did
be very
did anybody
precise.
race this? Did anybody race this morning
No,
on the track,
no,
or did F2, F3 do it Saturday?
that was yesterday.
It
Yeah,
was
it
yesterday
was
because the
yesterday.
track doesn't look that bad.
Well, they were doing a bit of a,
Air Gasly radio.
yeah, so they're going to get
They're
rain in about
expecting more
20,
rain. The
25
locals
minutes.
expect more rain in 20 minutes.
Yeah.
10 minutes away from here, their factory. So I hope they have good weather systems. Okay, actually it is slightly wet on some spots. You can really only go on the racing line, it seems,
Well, so
unless you're gonna.
yesterday at the sprint
Oh,
race,
this
you
is
saw three wide going in.
yeah. So the other thing is too here. I'll probably bet my life on it. Somebody's gonna go on the white line and spin out in
Oh, well,
Aqua
yeah, that was
Minerale.
Carlos Sainz or Leclerc
That was
almost.
Science, Lando, Vettel, uh, Magnussen as well. It was like 5 or 6 drivers that did that during quali. So I would not be surprised about that, to be quite honest with you, because now that it is wet, it is basically you have no grip once you go on that white line.
Yeah, you got no
And I
grip.
think it's into the turn. It's Minerale, right? I think that's where
Ooh, look at the
they've
ones with
been
the
going
green,
off.
white, and red flares. There's folks with the Italian flag flares.
This is pretty cool. I guess they have no.
Rather,
Yeah, I mean,
rather coordinated there.
they have no soccer to cheer for, so they got to use the flares in F1.
They have to use the flares here on the track. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
there's no World Cup for them. So, well, for us, I should not even just say for them, because yeah, it's pretty embarrassing.
Verstappen, the reigning winner here at Imola from last year. Again, jump into Discord if you need the race. Otherwise, we're gonna get
Yeah, good
racing
morning.
here.
Good morning.
And they have just completed the formation lap as cars go to the grid. And we're going to be ready to go here within the next 30 seconds, I would say. Also, yeah, Haas did admit as much that they made the wrong tire choice yesterday, but everybody, very simple choice for today. Everybody's
Yeah.
on the inners to start. So, all
And
right.
I think Haas should be able to move up through the pack, to be quite honest with you. I think they're actually going to find themselves battling with some of the McLarens at some point during this race. I think their pace is there. It'll be pretty interesting. There's the Williams in the back. Hopefully, no more tire explosions. And he's like really the last one.
Yeah, he's like really the last.
Like, oh
All
my
right.
God.
All right. Take it away.
All right. We get the waving white flag, and the lights are out here. And Max Verstappen seems to have a pretty good start. He's going to be able to get in front of Charles, and Checo has an even better one. The Ferrari seem to not even have got off or got any grip, and the McLaren, I think, is going to be able to sneak in front. You can't even see it. It's both of the Red Bulls out in front, and I think and Lando Norris is going to take the inside against Charles Leclerc, and then you're going to have Sainz and Ricardo into a battle right there, and it's going to be a clash. It seems Ricardo can't even drive the car. Sainz is going to be out of the race completely, and that should most likely be a red flag. And you're going to see both the Red Bull. You're going to see both Red Bulls up front. You're going to see Lando, and then you're going to see Charles in the back. Charles struggling with the tires there. K-Mag's going to be able to move up to 5th. You have a Mercedes actually up into the 6th, which is quite incredible, to be honest with you. They're starting all the way from the back. We're going to have to see a replay and see how they were able to move up through the field. I see also at AlphaTauri somehow that snuck up all the way through. I don't see Mick there at all, so he must be in the back. And this is probably one of the more interesting first opening laps we've ever had. I think they tried to go 3 wide or 2 wide, and it didn't work.
You might have to throw the red at this point because the cars are going to come around, and Carlos Sainz is still stuck in the gravel
He's
here.
still in the gravel.
Oh, we have
So
a safety car, actually. We just
yeah.
sent the safety car out. Yeah.
Well, that's got to be probably one of the worst weekends ever for Sainz.
Oh, this is a sort of disaster, right? After he
Yeah.
crashed out of Q3 qualifying on Friday, he made all the positions back up in the sprint race
But I mean,
yesterday.
if Red Bull in this situation, this is the greatest thing that could ever happen to them.
Yeah, fantastic start for Perez, actually. He gets off the line
Russell
very
moved
well.
up from 11th to 6th.
Wow.
Here's going to be the restart here. You're going to see both of the Ferraris get absolutely no grip. The Red Bulls launch. The McLaren is nuts. The McLaren gets so much of a launch.
Doing really well, yeah.
Ricardo's already going to be right next to him. He hits the brakes. They're both going to go into the turn.
Ricardo hits the left rear.
I think that's Ricardo's fault. Oh, Mick gets hit there by somebody.
Oh, that was Mick? I thought. Oh, I thought that was
Yeah.
Alonso. Yeah. Oh, that's so
So
unfortunate for
this is
him.
the signs star, which I guess is good to see everything because he's so slow. Gets wheel spin there again. He's gonna have the McLaren right alongside. They're both going in.
He's a.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
it's
his
his
Ricardo's
corner.
fault.
The
Yeah.
damage doesn't. Well, unfortunately, damage doesn't
No, he
look too
can't
bad.
because
But
it's red flagged,
but
so he can't even.
he
Yeah.
yeah he can't get out under his own power, so
This
he's
is gonna
out.
be Bottas's view, which should be interesting. I think he moved up pretty quickly, which is pretty good, or he had a good view of everything at least. He stayed out of the way, which is, I guess, classic Bottas. How do you see?
You're just looking at the red blinking lights.
I guess you're just hoping that, yeah, Ricardo 100% hits him. Oh, and then actually Bottas hits him as well. But yeah, Bottas can't do anything about that contact. I mean, I not to be, not to stick it on Ricardo, but I think this is completely his fault.
Oof.
Yeah. I don't know how else. He says he got pushed, but I don't think he got pushed.
I'm not sure he does.
I don't think he gets pushed. I think he drives into
He
it.
doesn't
Like
get pushed until
he doesn't
after.
he doesn't give him he doesn't give him enough space. He needed to turn his car back. Yeah, that's kind of his fault.
Yeah,
The
Bottas
front
really
wing
doesn't.
actually seems to be okay
He
after
does
getting run
actually.
over, right?
Yeah.
Jesus, it flexed all the way to the ground. I thought it was about to snap. That's kind of an interesting shot. They're
Look at
both
the
looking at each
marshal in
other.
behind, clearly a Ferrari fan.
Yeah, clearly a Ferrari fan.
The
Yeah.
marshal behind with the extra
No,
person.
non è possibile.
Yeah, exactly.
I have to take this one again out of the sand. I
So Carlos
I
Sainz is
think it
out.
was, yeah, I think it's on Ricardo, to be quite honest with you. But it's I don't think it's going to be, I don't think you penalize either of them. I mean, they
They're
well,
both
actually
out.
Ricardo's in, no,
Yeah, he's in
Ricardo's car is
19th.
still there.
Yeah,
He
Ricardo's car,
actually managed to
he
keep
drove
it
it off.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is kind of surprising, to be quite honest with you. But I still need to see the, like I need to see the mid pack because we have no idea how Russell really moved up. I can't. I think it was his start, but I couldn't really see. And then I want to still see what happened with Mick.
So this is an interesting one because we had heard reports that Ferrari was testing the new unit in Sainz's car, and he hasn't
And
had
then
that
now
much
they're out.
racing,
Yeah, they can't even test
so
they
they
can't even
can't
test
test
it.
the new power unit. Uh, because I wanted to introduce it in Miami, which is 2 weeks from now, and so you'd have to think this is rather unfortunate for Ferrari. Well, in all sorts of in all aspects,
Well, this
really.
is, yeah, this is. I mean, let's be honest here. Norris is not going to be able to stay in front of Leclerc. It's just kind of Verstappen, right? Okay, they're basically agreeing they have to stay in intermediates.
Yeah, and
But
Max will control the
realistically
restart here.
speaking, there is no way that Norris is going to be able to stay in front of the Ferrari. He's going to get past with the DRS on the straight at some point, and then it's going to be, can Perez maintain the gap to Leclerc and extend that gap and slow him down to let Verstappen go and be able to pit to never have an issue with that.
Yep.
Now, with having both the drivers up top, you can play the game with Charles. It makes it more, puts more pressure on Ferrari too with the pit. So it should be pretty interesting. It's there's
Exactly, because
Leclerc is
as
saying
you
track
pointed
is
out,
drying up quickly, but
Ferrari is down a driver, so they can't really play much strategy at all.
I
Verstappen
think
will
Sainz
control the
has gotten
restart
one,
here.
not even one lap
Sainz
in the
hasn't gone one
sprint
lap.
or the race,
Well,
and
he
in
did. He
quali.
finished the sprint.
Okay. Oh yeah, you're right. You're right. So his car's just stuck in second, and then he gets wheel spin when he had to switch into third. Yeah,
It's kind of the opposite of what happened to Max
it's
yesterday.
sort of exactly what. Yeah, it's exactly the opposite. Wow, Lando gets really close, but he's got every right to go for that corner. He's ahead.
Oh my gosh, that was the revs in the upper right of that steering wheel. This one was
And this is
12,000
Alonso,
RPM,
I
I think.
think. Or no, this is Ocon.
This is Ocon.
So this is in 13th,
Oh my god,
14th.
this
So
is
I don't think we're
so
going to see a
crazy.
thing. Okay. So you're just kind of, yeah, you see how he's like not even full throttle?
Yeah, yeah.
He's
Well,
just
because he's
literally
not
like
on the racing
feathering it
line.
because he has to, yeah, but he's like feathering it because he can't see. He has to just like drive the speed that's in front of him.
Yeah.
It's kind of interesting. You kind of have to close your eyes and just sort of Gasly. Somebody ends up on the grass there too. We keep seeing this. I still want to. There's Mick is going to be here, and then at the they don't show it. He's in the back of the pack. You can see there's a Haas with the Alpha, and
You're
then there's
right.
a Haas
There's
right
the
next to the
Haas.
Alpine. He goes on the inside.
Mick saves it though, so he's still
I think
okay.
I actually don't think there was contact. I think he spun the tires.
Mm.
Yeah, this is the replay again on signs. I don't. It's kind of cute. They can go look at each other right there. And I think this is, yeah, this is the view from Daniel. Yeah.
Well, the safety car ended this lap, and so we will
Yeah,
resume
so we will
here.
be able to restart here. Um, Gonna try to have as
Expect
much space as possible between
expect Max to get off decently well here. 64
yeah,
lap race. First four have been under caution.
Battle Radio.
Still, teams still expecting a
Again,
long
everybody's
rain.
still expecting the rain. They don't want to pull the trigger and go for the softs. Here, everybody's bunching up, and then Max will send it when I guess he's ready.
Yeah, so he's got green flag, so you can go right now.
He's charging his
And
batteries
he is
actually.
off. You should be going. Yep, there you go. No DRS here on this restart.
Nope. Red Bulls are off, and there shouldn't really be. There's just going to be a
Red
train
Bull's
down here,
off.
and then we'll probably see some
Very off.
excitement. And then I actually think Leclerc's going to try to make the move on Lando here, possibly without the RS. He's going to look for the outside move. He's not going to be
No,
able to
there's
get
no
it.
way.
He's going to
There's
have
no
to
way he's
back
going
off. But he's gone when DRS is up.
Well, I mean,
Every,
he also has Kevin Magnussen behind
yeah,
him.
it's true. He has K-Mag right behind him as well. So
On
actually,
the
Charles
tail.
probably lost time on that, trying to peek around the corner, and it actually may have exposed him a little bit. And K-Mag's right on his tail. Everybody else kind of following each other in a line here, not bunched up as to the safety car.
And then we have actually George Russell behind still,
Yeah,
who's
he moved up to
looking at my
6. We still
time. He
never saw
is
him.
still about a
It's
second
pretty
ahead.
incredible for how much Sky Sports loves Mercedes. We haven't seen anything of them today.
Well,
So
Lewis is
I
still
don't know.
down in 12th, so
Yeah, well,
really he's moved up two
two British
positions because
drivers. They love talking about it.
he's moved up two positions because Ricardo and Sainz are basically out of
I guess it's
it.
fair, but Russell was 11th. I mean, he moved
No,
up
no, no. I'm
almost
talking
like,
about Hamilton.
yeah, right,
Yeah,
right, right.
anybody that's gained two positions from outside the top 10 is because two of the top 10 are out.
It's
Yeah,
valid.
at least you're still driving, which is you got to finish the race.
And then here's Leclerc still on the back of Lando Norris here under kind of 0.5 seconds, got half a second in front, but he should be able to maintain this distance. He actually maybe have another go at it on the straightaway too. I don't
Don't
think
worry,
he'll be able to do it without DRS, but
Ricardo just put in the fastest lap from 19th.
great. It must be easy when nobody's around you.
Oh boy! All
Yeah,
right,
this
should have
yeah, he's
DRS on
gonna
the
have
next lap.
to. I think he's fully gonna have to wait until DRS. So, but then I mean, Lando's also probably charging for once he has DRS. Lando's key to only way to be able to do this is have DRS with Checo in front, but there's no way he's going to be able to have him. But the ultimate play here, I guess. Oh, and here's going to be a move, possibly Lewis Hamilton and oh,
Yeah,
Alonso battling there. It's like we're back in Brazil, but it's reversed now with
he got him.
Hamilton having the slower car.
Wait a sec. There's a missing panel.
Holy Niza.
Wait, what?
Wait,
There's
what?
basically a missing side pod on Fernando Alonso's car. Yes, it's like a shark took a bite out of that carbon fiber there.
Seems like he's going fine.
Where did the side pod
Well, what
go? Is
happened?
the mystery. That's great for air. That's great aerodynamics.
Wait, we got to see what happened.
Oh,
Oh,
oh, it just
it just
decides
kind
it's
of
had enough.
flies off.
Yeah,
Okay,
that damage was previous.
interesting.
Wow. Okay then.
I actually think that happened earlier in the season. I think it was
Really?
one of the Alpines' side pods. Literally, I think it was on Ocon's car. It literally like came off
Can you
during something.
replace a side pod?
I don't know exactly what it was, and I don't think they can replace that during the race.
How bad is the damage? Uh, you're missing the entire thing.
Oh wow, that's actually also the bottom part. That's also the floor. The floor is not connect. Yeah, it's over.
That is wow.
But there was a hole before.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
got to be a video where it shows that the hole was there, like how it was created, I guess, in the first place. Because you saw in the first video when the whole thing failed, you could see that there was already something like a hole
Yep,
there.
yep. It was already
So
compromised.
something must have happened, or like debris or something just broke it. I have no idea. And
It just flew
Leclerc's
off.
like hands were.
Yeah, that was crazy. That's one. That's a new one for us. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I think it happened during like practice or something like that, really early in the
Really?
season. Yeah, it was odd because they were talking about it and they're able to replace just the side pod itself.
I feel like
But
you
if
need
it's through
to
the floor, you can't,
you need like a
obviously.
tire into the side pod in order for that to happen.
Yeah, that's why it makes absolutely no sense, to be quite honest with you. I
Because it ain't gonna
Here's
happen
going to
on
be
its
the
own.
DRS here. Signs is going to be, or Leclerc is going to try to go on Norris, and I think he's going to be able to get close enough. But
Yeah, he's gonna get it.
yeah, he's just going to dive it in, and he does.
Despite the
And the
fierce
Italian
porpoising
fans, yeah, porpoising is nuts.
there on that start finish straight. You think though, even perhaps with the lower speeds of having to be on the inters, it would clear itself up, but it has not.
It almost may make it not worse, but I feel like at higher speed tracks, it hasn't been. I feel like at this track more than most, it's actually been pretty bad on the straight.
Hmm.
It wasn't bad in Australia. It wasn't too bad in Australia, honestly.
6 seconds now, the gap between Leclerc and Verstappen, who seems clear. He's got 3 seconds to Perez behind him, so there's a 3 second gap between Verstappen and Perez, and then Perez to Leclerc is another 3 seconds. And there is the dreaded white line, which Max manages to avoid.
Yeah, this should be. It's basically going to. And there's going to be the analysis of the how it
What
all
the
broke and
heck?
failed, which is weird. Here's going to be the.
Oh, yes, there. It is Mick Schumacher's left
Oh,
rear.
that's what it is. Yeah. The
Oh,
left
wow.
rear hits it.
Yep. As
Oh,
because
dude,
you were
that's
saying that Mick goes
crazy.
off the track, and when he does, the left rear
The
hit
left rear hits it, and that's
clears it
why
up.
it started.
It has to be contact from the
Oh my
tire.
God.
There's no
That's
other
crazy
way.
looking on the inside, the engines and everything. That's actually kind of cool. I
The
didn't.
engine exhaust.
Yeah, it's actually pretty neat. Never actually seen that before. I never knew it was on the inside of the side pod. Here's Lewis Hamilton trying to make a move here on Lance Stroll. And I don't think he's gonna be able to get it. He'll probably get it on the next DRS zone.
I'm looking at the timings here, trying to see what the next battles are gonna be. There's a bit of a gap. Things have sort of gotten into a bit of a train here at the moment, as folks seem to have sorted themselves out here after the first lap antics. Um, Maybe I'm thinking Schumacher here has about half a second on
Yeah,
Latifi.
but
He's going
is
to try to
anything
make his
wrong
way
with his
back up.
car? We don't actually know if the car
Hmm.
is fully okay because it's weird to me that he's not able to move up if he's that far back. And if the car was okay, because the car is way more pace than that.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wonder if the car or he has like a really bad bald spot or something. I wouldn't be interesting because I think this happened in the past too, where the car had a lot of pace and then he had like a first lap incident and then he just like the car was just like never the same the whole race. I wonder if that's still happening here. And then I think this looks like Russell's gonna try to have DRS here on K-Mag going down the straight. He actually doesn't have DRS. Wait,
No, doesn't quite make it.
yeah. It is really crazy. Like I'll be honest with you, seeing the different designs of the cars is crazy. Here's Max Radio.
He's talking about it, how it's been
Yeah, it's
drying
not
up.
drying enough. It is just like with the new rules and regulations, it is just pretty cool to see how different the cars. Like the
Yeah,
Mercedes is just so different.
it is, but it's different in
And
the
it's
wrong way.
obviously like not the right, yeah, it's obviously like not the right thing, but it is very fascinating.
Look at the rain out
There's a
there.
nice, oh, it's definitely gonna rain actually.
It's
Wait,
definitely coming. Yep.
okay, it's definitely gonna rain. Yeah, 100%. I love how they put the weather forecast. Did you see that? That it was on the screens. I wonder if the driver's gonna see it.
Wait, it was on the screen of the
Yeah, it was
wheel?
on like the main screens and the no, not on the wheels,
Oh.
but on the big screens on the track.
Oh. Oh.
Which I mean, these guys they talk on the while they're driving at 200 miles an hour. So I'm sure they like look. This should be
Well, I
pretty.
mean, all you need
This
is
should
the
be an
race
interesting
engineer
battle
to
here.
calm him down, but yeah, this is an interesting battle here. So Russell
This
will have DRS.
he should have DRS here. That's not the greatest exit there for K Mag, but he's able to put the power down. Here's the DRS. I think he's got him. I don't
Go
know
for
how
the
you.
outside this time. No, he
Uh,
can't.
no, I don't think he's actually gonna have the pace. K Mag's gonna be able to hold it off. Wow. Maybe he hesitated, didn't want to have a Botas number 2. That wow, he actually had DRS for the whole straight and he was within 0.5.
Yeah,
I guess that I mean, I guess Mercedes really just doesn't have straight line speed.
I was gonna say yesterday
I
we
don't
saw
know. I thought it was
being
pretty
within half a
fast.
second, being
Wow,
within
there.
half a second on the DRS kind of was able to put you ahead, right?
Yeah,
That's
with
what
that
that's
half a
what.
second was pretty much the gap.
Yeah. Look, there is a very dry. There is a racing line right now that you can actually see on the track, but it's here within the next 10 laps. We're
And
expecting
then
it
the
to be.
racing line like disappears here and then it reappears. No, it's disappeared here. So it looks just, you know what it is? It's because the elevation changes,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it only a certain part, if obviously if it's on the downhill or the uphill, it's not gonna dry on certain parts. I
Let's see
didn't,
if Russell tries it again.
yeah, I think he's gonna get him on this one. He's so
Well, so he's tried
close.
inside,
Within
didn't work.
0.3.
He's tried outside, it
Yeah,
didn't
but
work.
K-Mag's not gonna give him the inside line. He's gonna make him go around the outside. He's gonna try to make it as hard as possible. And he's gonna have the DRS here.
Who's
Should be able to
Bottas is
pop up
inside?
and it's Botas in the back lurking.
Lurking.
But his DRS isn't open here. I think he's got it. Yeah.
Oh, he goes wide though. Magnuson's gonna
Yeah,
take it right back.
he fully sent that way too much, and K Mag's gonna be able to take it back.
Oh, and the lurking Bottas.
And the Botas is gonna be able to maybe take it. Oh, but you know how badly Botas wants to take that too. Oh,
Oh, now
yeah.
this gets actually really interesting
This
because now
actually
you got
gets
a
super
three-car
spicy.
race here.
Yeah, but K Mag's a sitting duck.
Is he, or is George Russell the sitting duck? Russell has just been losing time trying to make these
This is a
passes,
good
and the
fight.
lurking Bottas here manages to poke his head around, the corner, and he's like, "Hey guys, I'm here."
He has DRS. He would have DRS on Russell.
Russell is
So it
desperate to
should
try to make a
be.
move in front because he knows he's going to be eaten up.
He's
Oh,
gonna
he actually
actually
gets the
try to go
pass.
down on the inside. He actually does, but this is not. Wait, I don't think this is smart though,
There's
because
the
he's gonna
DRS
have
protection line,
DRS.
and he's going to flip
He's
the
gonna have
DRS
DRS
here.
back on him.
Yes.
Hold on, let's see how this works out because I actually don't think you should have passed him there. I could be
Oh, it's a little
completely
slip there for
wrong.
Magnuson, though. He can't quite get the stick on the exit. But yeah, they don't have DRS open at all here.
They don't. That's the thing. I don't understand why it's not been open.
Unless they just haven't allowed it because of the wet conditions. Could be.
I feel like K-Mac's really struggling with the car. Be quite honest with you.
George
He had
Russell definitely the better of the two Mercedes drivers today.
yeah, yeah.
It's like not even
Looks like
close.
well, I mean, you had one driver trying to buy Chelsea, and the other one was probably working in the garage trying to make the car faster. So no, I think I don't know what that. Yeah, that's a ridiculous radio. It's funny.
Class 0 to 1 rain. We're defining
I
classes
think
in.
it should just be. I think you just end up sticking out in intermediates the whole race. I don't
Yeah,
think
yeah,
you
yeah.
change. I think you're nuts
I mean,
to.
tell me, is it raining or is it not?
Well, we know how it ended last year
You're right.
with
Well,
McLaren.
yeah,
Yeah,
McLaren. I
exactly.
guess that's why they went to
Kind
Divine
of
Rain
honestly
last
the
year.
sat. Wait, somebody went to go check the grass, and the Alpha is gonna see. That's why I'm telling you. I think there's something wrong with this car.
It just it
I
so the Haas
I
are
don't
racing
think
to
it should be
me.
getting past there. I don't think anybody should be getting past there.
They just seem very risk adverse. Uh, like they're in this top 10 position. They're just like, okay, we're good. Like no risks, right? Um, as far as trying to move up the field or such.
Yeah, but it's kind of It's is it not weird to you that it's just like very easily getting past?
I don't have a benchmark to be like, oh, I think a Haas should be like this fast. Like it's kind of
Yeah,
hard
I
to
guess that's
tell. Like
true. Yeah, I guess that is true.
with Red Bull and Ferrari, you expect them to be out there, right? But I don't know. Like
I guess
Haas, they're a wild card.
maybe
It's
we have recency bias
maybe
with like how well they did in the first race and we think they should be doing well, but I don't know. I thought they were actually
they're still in the points, right?
right. I thought it would just be a little more competitive. I didn't think the Alpha was faster.
It is weird that Mick still hasn't made up any positions.
That's
Although
why I
to your
think
point,
damage or
could be
something
something
must have
wrong with the
happened.
car.
Here's gonna be the here's the pass from or no, this is not the pass. This is what he had to back out of and went
Right.
over and overdid it.
Yeah, he just goes up on the curb there and turn
Yep.
4. Uh, yeah, he basically sends it just a bit too much. Great marketing here for TeamViewer, by the
It really is.
way. These
It it,
shots of the front wing
it
will
is
be good all day.
perfect. I wonder how much this costs. This view right there, how
Yeah,
much they
that
get
view.
charged.
You could charge more for your front wing promotion because you're gonna get that
It's
camera
true.
angle
The
in
new
there.
cameras.
Yeah,
Now we have
yeah.
to figure out a way to put a ad in the helmet cam.
In the on the visor that only
Yeah,
the
on the
camera can
visor.
see. Yeah.
That's the next step. That's how we squeeze more money out.
Yep.
Here, Stroll and Hamilton's been. See, this is the thing that doesn't make any sense for Seven Radio. I'm definitely sliding more, which either means it's not as wet or he's just losing tire. So, which
I think
I'm assuming
it's
everybody
not
is losing
as
tire.
wet at the moment.
See, this is the thing that doesn't make sense to me though. How is Stroll is able to hold Lewis back and then Russell is able to pass or able to pass Mag
Oh, we can start
like
speculating.
in the same cars? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Now we know that the softs yesterday went for a full 21 laps on the sprint race without
And
any
they were
issue.
not great at the end.
Well,
Not great at the end.
they weren't
That is a
horrible
beautiful
either.
shot. Whatever the shot this is nice.
Yeah.
Good job.
But they were still going, right? Like I think it would have gone probably 25, 26 laps before they
It,
actually thought of throwing
maximum
each other.
though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Now,
Yeah,
Perez.
they're talking that that they're reeling him in, but ultimately that doesn't.
So he's
Perez
reeling
needs
Perez
to
in.
extend the gap. Perez almost needs to like purposely slow down to do what he did like in Saudi Arabia. Not purposely slow down, but like just let Max get out even more in front.
Well, he has. So let's look at the math here because when we went
It's
for the restart,
26.
it was 3 seconds between Verstappen and Perez, and then another 3 seconds between Perez and Leclerc. It's now 6 seconds, 6.3 seconds between Verstappen and Perez, so double that gap, and then it's 1.4 back to Leclerc, so shrink that one. But in all, Leclerc is now about a second and a half down on Verstappen than he was after the restart.
If you want to be able to see live pictures, click join in, hop into Discord. You can click in the top left. You'll be able to watch with us. Also, it is very funny if you watch this battle with Yuki, Stroll, and Hamilton on the straightaway, how like literally all three of them are on three different lines on the straightaway to break the
Slipstreams.
slipstreams. It's kind of funny. They all do it, and they're all like just completely different lines, like making the track way longer than it needs to be. This is where we see Leclerc makes up. Wow, he's making up a lot of time in some of these.
Yeah, he's here too. Stroll goes outside.
And then we should see, this is kind of the next DRS battle train here. Lewis is getting really close to Stroll. Ocon kind of lurking in the back, possibly. Yeah, everybody breaking. Verstappen radio. Just need an update for possible safety car, Max.
So he's basically saying, if the safety car comes out, what tire
He
do you
wants
want to switch
slicks,
on
which
to?
is crazy. I don't think here this is gonna. I don't know. They all follow each other this time.
Yeah, so DRS is not active, actually.
It's not.
It's
Yeah,
not.
it's not.
Well, they say like give the drivers more chance for overtaking.
Yeah,
I think
interesting.
George Russell has done an excellent job of overtaking. Actually,
Yeah, to be honest with you, Bottas and Russell both overtook in some crazy parts of the track.
and we have the first gamble
That's
of
just
the day.
that is a wicked pit stop again from McLaren. The McLaren pit stops actually this season, I think, have been the best. I don't know who
2.6.
else is better. I don't know who else has been better. They've been sub 3 almost every single pit stop that they've done. I can't. It's hard for me to remember one that was bad. I mean, lights out, working
Yeah,
out more
I
than
see what
everybody else.
McLaren is doing. Yeah. They're trying to get the data for Lando. That makes sense. Because this
Yeah.
is apparently at this point, like Ricardo's.
Yeah, I'm sure Zach told Ricardo you screwed your race. Like, like just you're our test dummy today.
You're
You're a
now
test
going to be our
driver.
guinea pig.
Yeah. Well, I guess he's the guinea pig for the whole track for
Yeah, well, but
everybody.
they're still
Honestly,
expecting
everybody's going to
more
be
rain to
watching.
come down,
Yeah,
right?
which is why I didn't understand when he was like, I would go on slicks if there was a safety car. Here's Hammy radio. Also asking.
Bono saying we should switch, but Hamilton calling him off.
Yeah.
And Vettel going on to slicks too. Vettel likes to roll the dice. We know this one.
Yeah, he'll.
And Gasly might as well. And actually, Albon is now into the pits, so that's 3 more
Vettel
cars.
Vettel has a lot of confidence in his driving ability.
Yeah, he does.
2.5 from Aston Martin. That's a really good one as well. Everybody's,
This is
I
so
guess, is.
interesting.
I thought I 2.7 Gasly. Nice. Wow, everybody's been practicing. We were seeing above threes. 2.8 from Williams too. Okay. Everybody
This just
has
gets
figured it
really,
out.
really interesting. If everybody pits, wow, interesting here. If everybody pits, what do you do if you're ahead? Because if the rain comes back in like 5 laps,
Also, you also have to think
oh,
about
Perez
this
in.
too, though. Perez, wow, Perez is in.
Perez just pulled off.
The Ferrari is getting ready to go into slicks as well. I need to see the radar.
This is just gonna be. Why don't you pull up the Weather Channel
Yeah.
for Emilia Romagna right now?
What's like
Actually,
the address
uh,
of the track?
let me see if I can pull it up. Let's Imola Autodromo.
So we get
Yeah,
all these pit
got it.
stops. Russell, the Mercedes team over here, not the greatest pit stop, 3.5 seconds. I missed the one that had on Perez there, but they're all swapping onto mediums now. This is kind of the call, which is
Did Bottas just get
Bottas is
griefed?
not going to get out. Yep, griefed again.
Griefed again. Griefed again.
Yep.
Box,
RIP.
box is the call.
Verstappen radio, box. There is a crash in the pits. Or never
Unsafe.
mind.
Oh my gosh,
Wait,
look at the sliding on the pit
yeah.
exit.
Oh my Jesus, the Aston Martin is literally like a wait. Yeah, they're literally just drifting out of the
Wait a
pit
sec,
lane.
the
This
cars
is
aren't
nuts.
like, oh my
I don't
gosh.
think you should have gone into slicks.
Well, Ricardo did put in a 129.1, so
I
actually it
guess.
did
Yeah,
kind of
but look
work.
at Pierre, man. Pierre's. Oh my
Yeah,
God.
but there's no dry line out of the pit exit, right?
Oh yeah, I guess that is the thing. There is no dry. The Verstappen pit was 2.3. That's a
That
wicked
is
pit stop.
really
But this
fast.
Ferrari one looks pretty good too.
The
Never mind.
3.7
I
actually.
lied. Does not look good. That's actually pretty bad. The back rear tires
All
took a
right,
while to
you
get
get.
out.
I've got the weather up. You get the race.
Norris drops in and McLaren again. See, I'm telling you, the 2.2 second pit stop. That's a really good one. Then Leclerc here sliding out of the pits. It's pretty funny. They're literally all drifting out of the pits, and Checo is right on. Wow, this actually worked out very well for Ferrari. Um, Perez is actually have better tires. He actually may be able to make a move here on Charles, and he's looking for it. He's going to go on the inside. Remember, it's more wet there. Checo's going to make the move, and he's going to be able to complete the move there on Leclerc. Good job there from Red Bull. They actually slightly may have miscalculated and ended up behind him, but ended up working out there. And it seems like Max is still going to have the 8 to 9 second gap. The gap from second to first has actually extended. It was around 6 seconds first, and then now it is around 8 to 10 seconds. Here's going to possibly be the unsafe release. That's a bad stop. Wait, okay. Hamilton comes out. He's on the main straight. Wow, they do touch. That's actually pretty. That's probably not the greatest idea. Here's going to be the pictures of Valtteri getting his race ruined.
we saw this at Mercedes a couple times last year, actually.
Oh, actually, it wasn't all he. Well, I mean, it didn't ruin the car. It didn't ruin his race. I mean, it ruined his race. I take that back. But and then Alex Albon making the pass on Lewis Hamilton. I don't think I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah, I'm not actually seeing rain bands at Imola from my standpoint, from the weather radar, but it looks
And then I
pretty
still don't
clean.
think I still don't think DRS or anything like that is actually open. So they're all still going to have to sort of just train each other and take it with the overtake at the beginning and charge the
Oh,
batteries to be able to
I
go
see
down the main
why.
straights. So this should be pretty interesting. Sonoda's actually kind of leading the pack here, and then the pit lane is under investigation for Ocon Hamilton. I'm assuming Ocon most likely will get a penalty, and Horner here is going to have his word. Oh, the Williams looking for the outside, and he's not going to be able to. He's going to back off there on Ocon. And I think the next, we got to see how close Perez and Leclerc are because they're within 0.3. So I wish we could see those pictures. Sorry, we don't control them, but you can watch in Discord. Hit the subscribe button and come in, join us.
Yeah, it is calling here for rain, but it's kind of like a 50-50 right now.
And Leclerc is thinking about it. He's going to manage to get through this one straight, but we've seen actually people pass in other portions of this track, so this should be pretty interesting. Checo really needs to hold off Leclerc as much as he can here for his team and also for Verstappen.
As long as they're holding on the racing line, it does look like this was
It
the
looks
right call.
tryish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see, the 4.7. Actually, Verstappen has gone a second and a half on Leclerc here. Actually, so he keeps gaining advantage, which the pit stop was about a second and a half, shorter. So it's a team game here, making back up in the pits. Leclerc with a little slide there on the
Wow,
inside.
he's getting so close to him right there on that turn. It's insane. Ocon gets a 5 second time penalty, which probably is fair.
5-second time penalty. Yeah, sure. But Hamilton is now down in 14th. That when he was what 11th before uh, the
And then
pit.
let's
So
see if Charles is going to be able to get him on the straight here. Checo and Charles down the main straightaway. It's
DRS.
got a little bit of a slipstream. Yeah, no DRS still isn't open, which like I said, I don't really agree with. The porpoising is nuts on that Ferrari. Sometimes, and he's not going to be able to get close enough to be able to send it. Yeah, the problem is, so this is Checo was able to make the pass on Leclerc and actually made the risk. He doesn't want to. Leclerc doesn't want to go off the racing line and actually break on the wet and then lose traction. Then he ruins everything else. Checo was able to do that because he had the better tires with the one lap already of heat in them, so he was able to pull that off. It is super risky. He is sort of right to back out if he can't just 100% secure it.
Well, the
But
problem with not being on the innards is that you have to stay on the
yeah,
racing
you
line.
have to stay on the line. You can't really you can't have as much fun as we were seeing with people weaving on the straights and
Right,
everything like that and
exactly.
trying
You
to break
have to stay
slipstreams.
on the line.
Because if you try to break your slipstream, you may end up in the wall.
Yep. And you can see the wiggle there coming out of that turn for Leclerc here.
But also
Or is
remember,
that turn 15?
as the track goes on, right, it gets drier and drier just because they're racing on it. So it does technically just get better and better. But this is interesting. The gap from Perez to Verstappen isn't really changing, which is
No,
what Red Bull is
because Perez just put in the
should be most
fastest lap.
concerned. Yeah, exactly. Charles just did you see that? He put his like hand up. That
One-handed
was
driving.
weird. Yeah, that was super weird. It was very odd, actually. And now he's going to be a second behind. Did he forget to press overtake or not use the battery, or he lost a lot of time there and it was on the
He's
straight,
fallen behind here.
which is weird. And then here's George Russell's pit stop. Not sure what we're looking at.
Oh, they were trying to adjust the wing, but they didn't get it.
Oh,
Somebody forgot. Mm.
wait. So they needed to readjust the wing
Yeah, for the tires.
for the tires. Why is it that different for the tire? Like if I swap the intermediate to slicks, oh, is it because I need more downforce to actually have grip? I'm guessing.
Maybe.
Interesting.
You're also going faster.
Yeah, you're going much faster.
You're going
So
much
if
faster.
you actually have too much drag, it would be even worse.
We've shaved off 5 seconds a
Yeah.
lap just
Yeah,
by
it's fine.
switching
Yeah,
the
we were doing
tires.
128 almost.
Yeah, and now we're in 124s. So like, or actually 121. Jesus. Yeah, we've shaved off 8 seconds a lap. We were seeing qualifying times down in the 119, 118s.
Yeah, we were under. That's why it's a 63 lap race.
Yeah.
Because the lap times technically should be like kind of under the 120s.
Yeah, yeah.
And I wonder if Ferrari told Charles to back off and to save the
maybe.
tires. Because
Maybe.
he's falling behind 1.6, 1.7 yellow sector 3 yellow flag, which I thought we were just looking at sector 3. So it is a Haas and it is going again. Hamilton was trying to make the move there on Gasly, but he was not able to. They have so much weird arrow stuff on the car, right?
Yeah.
Like like everything they can try to do, it's kind
Everything.
of funny. And here's going to be mixed mistake.
He goes too far.
Oh, he just did not brake.
He was just like, well, we're just gonna keep accelerating.
Wait, did he just didn't brake. He just never broke. Yeah, it's been a really tough race for him.
Yeah.
Those tires are going to be shot too.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah, it's not good. It is not too good for him, as I would assume he's under
All right,
pressure.
so we are now in the window where we expected the rain. Whoa! Hello. Is that Stroll and Gasly?
Somebody went on the wet spot over there and risked their life.
Actually.
Yeah, I mean, not surprised. We already saw Stroll. We saw what he did to the Williams. he's gonna send it. He's gonna have it down the straight, but once again, no DRS, so they all pretty much just have the slipstream, and he's gonna try to maybe peek out. I don't think he's gonna be able to make the pass though if he tries.
Look at
Yeah,
Sebastian
no
Vettel
shot.
being all sneaky up in 7th.
Yeah, because he pitted before
He
everybody
pitted
else, right?
first. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Well,
he's the
second.
leader of that like pack
Yeah.
because it's the front three, then 4, 5, and 6 race their own race, and then it's everybody else, kind of.
Enter 11, mid 2, torque 8. Oh wow. I feel like I feel like this is an ADHD wheel. Like it's just flashing things at you
Yeah, it's
constantly.
absurd. I don't know.
I don't know how I just like ignore the flashing the signals on the wheel. Like this is
It is really crazy.
we've had
Then
because of the new
here's gonna
helmet
be
cams. We've had
Lance Stroll.
very good shots
Oh, did he
at the
actually
wheels.
complete the pass? No, this was before when he was.
Right, this was the big kick up on the spray there. They got so close.
I, Sonoda did really good job actually. Like that was, yeah. It's actually pretty. Yeah, that was a good job by Yuki. Basically held his line on the dry and said, "Hey, go try to pass me on the wet. Good luck." And it worked. I guess Martin Brundle is really not happy about the DRS
No.
not being open.
Crofty, not
Or
Martin.
that's Croft.
Crofty,
That's
Crofty.
Crofty.
Actually, I don't know why Martin hasn't been around. I
I
was
have no idea.
reading his Twitter earlier today, and I was like, he's not at the races. So if anybody in chat knows why Martin's taking a hiatus, I'd love to know. 'Cause I
Yeah,
really
and if you want
enjoyed
to come
his.
watch live pictures, remember you can always hit the Discord button and it'll take you straight to our Discord, or we can give you the link if that doesn't work.
I rather miss Martin actually
Yeah,
in his pit lane
that
antics.
McLaren is crazy low. Look at the gap.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nuts.
I mean, look, Norris has done a fantastic job today. He's in
He's
fourth.
he's done a very he's raced his race. He's
Yeah,
done a really good job. You gotta say
he's
for where he
probably.
is.
I mean, he's behind the Red Bull and the one remaining
Yeah,
Ferrari.
what else are you
So
supposed to do?
exactly. So he's in a perfect spot. He just has to be able to, if he keeps fourth,
He's got to bring it home.
I think the McLaren team would be very happy with that result, especially given the fiasco here with Ricardo down in 15th after the opening lap incident. But this midfield has been incredibly competitive all afternoon. We've been
I
going
would
back and
say, I
forth.
mean, he's kind of right. The lack of DRS has made the midfield battle a little less exciting,
I
but
do,
I
yeah,
mean, they
totally.
all are chasing each other within like half a second.
But what do you? So okay, let's say if you did have DRS, are you gonna pop out onto a non-dry line and try to overtake somebody?
And
How's that gonna work?
yeah, it's nuts. I don't know. And then uh Checo made a mistake, I guess, that we didn't
Well, he's
or
tried to
something
pass.
happened that wait, that was within a second, no?
Yeah.
Leclerc is not going to try to
Well, there's no
send it
DRS.
down the
It
way.
always looks like
Yeah,
Leclerc
but how
has
do you
to
get
get
so
on the
close?
brakes sooner going into
Yeah,
turn
it
one.
does. Also, Ferrari has new advertising on the inside wheel caps
Has new advertising.
or
Oh,
on the
they do.
inside wheel or on the wheel arrows. I never saw that
The wheel
before.
guards. I don't know what that
I think it's
logo
Santander or
is.
something like that. But I want to see where the mistake was or how he actually got so close. Black and white flag for mid track limits.
Yeah, well,
Well,
he
I
went on the
mean,
grass.
he went on the grass. He
So
tried to
that's
mow it.
obvious.
So, like, yeah.
But yeah, Leclerc always has to back out of the attempted
I
pass.
guess here it is.
Oh,
Oh,
oh.
oh, oh.
Well,
He took
Paris
mixed
just did a
paths.
mix Schumacher there.
Yeah, he cut the grass as well.
We've had two people cut the grass. Interesting. There's no actual
Interesting.
penalty
Yeah.
as a result of that.
Yeah,
It probably is way slower,
I,
actually.
I get, yeah, it just makes him super slow, right? I mean, you saw
Yeah.
how close he actually was able to possibly pass him, so I guess that's okay. And, like, I guess it's his own penalty, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That he has to deal with. but the gap is still extending, right? And this is what Red Bull wants. They want the gap from Verstappen and Leclerc to keep getting larger and
10.7
larger, and it's
right
around
now.
10, 7. Yeah, it was around 7 or 8 at the point of the restart, and then
Well, it was
it got even
3.
longer.
It was like 6 at the point of the restart, then 7
Yeah,
or 8 at the
it's been
pit,
extending.
and now it's out to 10,
I
almost
mean, I'll be
11.
honest though, if I was Ferrari, I would actually be pretty pissed that there's no DRS,
Yeah, probably
because I
because
think you would have already passed
Leclerc
Checo.
is stuck.
Yeah, like kind of just into like. Uh,
Yep, Leclerc is stuck. Do we have a? Is that a
are
blue
those
flag?
gonna blue
This is
flag?
overtake.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
this
is
is
actually.
overtake. Yeah.
It's for Verstappen actually, who's just at this point racing on his own. He just needs to bring this thing home, and he'll have no issue.
Yeah, but it's crazy. It's we've already been like it's not even halfway through the race or about to be halfway
It's
through the
about to
race.
be
I feel
halfway
like we've
through.
been I feel like they've been racing for a long time.
Well, it's been slow, right?
Yeah, I think
But
it is because it's been slow. Yeah.
every lap has
Like if
been
you
10
think about
seconds
it,
longer.
30 times 5 is X amount of seconds is X amount of minutes.
Well, 30, and it's 10 seconds each. So 6 is a minute 5. So it's like an extra. Well, it's like an extra 5 minutes, I guess. 5 or 6 minutes. Yeah. And yeah, they haven't had DRS either, so it's been a little slower there. But so the rain that we've expected has not shown
Hasn't
up
shown
yet.
up.
Hasn't shown up.
No, it looks like there's sun,
It is properly
right?
late, which we're in Italy, so that makes sense. Uh, the rain being, late at this point.
They're basically complaining about there's still no DRS and you can't just like call up Massey anymore and just tell him to
I
turn
was
it
gonna
on.
say, call up Massey and be like, "Yo, Michael, give us the DRS here."
Yeah. Can't do
Michael
that
would have given
anymore.
us DRS 10 laps
Which
ago.
which to be completely honest with you, I'm a very big fan of. I thought it was ridiculous that you could like lobby the race director, which is kind of ridiculous. should be it should be you're gonna go on hards and try to just not,
No,
yeah,
he's on mediums again.
mediums.
He's just doing a tire swap. Oh, well,
No,
no,
isn't the
you're right.
white,
It looks that does look white. It looks like the
it says
yeah, it is
medium on the
it is
thing.
it
It
yeah,
says
the
medium on the
graphic on it
thing.
is wrong. There they just switched it. It is hard. It is hard.
Ah, see, I was right. I got good eyes.
It's only been 10 laps.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. He just pitted. What
Yeah.
are they are they testing for Norris?
They're testing it. Well, they're testing for the field at this point because everybody's going to know about it. But see, you come out of that turn, you go uphill. You see those clouds don't
It's
look
all,
very good.
yeah, it doesn't look great. And I think that's where it's supposed to hit.
Would be on the back side of that track as you try to go up the hill there.
And
Because
yeah,
the
remember if you
front
want to
side
watch
looks good.
in Discord, click the button in the top right of the screen. You can come out and hang out with us.
We technically can't click the screen, but
So I guess this is my question. Are they ever gonna open it? DRS?
are they ever going to open it? I don't.
Oh, look at Horner being all diplomatic. Yeah, I mean Horner's happy it's not on. Yeah. It is cool the throttle accelerator, how they feather on the
So the radar is now actually saying all
the
clear.
oh
Apparently,
really?
that's what Christian was just saying.
Oh.
That they'd be okay. This is a great onboard actually here with
It is very cool. I think they've added this throttle brake thing on the left, didn't
no,
they?
that
Or
was
was
always
that
there.
always
That
there?
was always
Really?
there.
Okay, I never looked at it.
Now, Sky Sports should petition the race director for
Yeah,
for
yeah, for
DRS
more entertainment.
for more entertainment value. Yeah,
Netflix over here telling the race director.
yeah.
I mean, I would assume he would pass the AlphaTauri.
Well, he can't.
Well, if he
Everybody's
had
just
DRS, he would have,
oh yeah,
right? That's what I'm
sure.
saying. Like if he had DRS, he totally can.
It'd be
Like you
interesting to
could.
see somebody take a chance.
Oh, he's actually going to try to maybe. No, okay, not going to happen. I think you can't go on the outside like that.
With the DRS, it would be interesting to see somebody take a chance and get out of the racing line for a second there on the slick tires and see if they can manage to pull off the pass.
I guess
There's
it's
some
a
risk
safety thing,
reward. Yeah,
right?
but like
That
I don't know. It's like it's part of the risk reward, right? You should just like if the driver wants to do it, then they should get out there and give it a shot. There, the fashion meets function.
yeah. What's
Right
the
now, the
green
car looking more
dots?
more fashionable than functionable.
Well, yeah, it actually is valid. What are the green dots? This is kind of weird.
Those are kind of weird. I would. Oh!
Maybe.
We got our wish.
Oh,
DRS
look!
enabled.
Wow! We lobbied.
The
Uh,
dots. I would.
unfortunate for Pierre, it's open right there.
No,
Actually,
but you're
no.
gonna go
Lewis doesn't have it.
the
Yeah,
next
yeah.
go around. You
He's
actually
gonna try to
there's
look
dots.
for it, but he's not gonna be able to get the gap. You know what it is? It's probably measuring something.
Yeah, there's dots also on the
Yeah,
Mercedes one.
the,
They're
they're getting data
they're
or
like pressure
something.
sensors or something. They're for aero. Yeah. Okay. Well, the thing
Well,
is
this
though.
should get more interesting, I guess, but everybody's actually not within DRS range
Well, the
anymore.
midfield battle should get
No,
more
they're
interesting.
all outside of a second from each other, other than Lewis on Gasly.
Uh,
They've all kind of like bunched out.
They have Leclerc now 2 seconds back here with behind Paris, so Verstappen is just like kind of in his own world at the moment. I mean,
Leclerc needs to make a. I am like 1,000% confident if Leclerc would have DRS, he would pass Checo, but he just needs to get close enough. But I
he's
kind of
basically half a
hard.
sector ahead. Is Verstappen at the moment?
Okay, and we should see DRS kick into gear here very shortly, but I think Gasly won't have DRS with Albon in
Gasly
front of
just
him,
opened
so he's
his.
cooked. Yeah, so he was close enough. I think the timing thing was wrong. He's actually close enough to Albon,
Yeah,
which saved him on that lap. Yeah, that saved his life. But that means Albon's now the sitting duck,
it does, and it
unless
also
Albon can
means.
get closer back to Ocon, which is possible. And then we have the 4 DRS train, and then Ocon's the sitting duck.
I'm also just looking up towards the front. It basically means that Leclerc needs to push at this point, because he's got to close the gap
It's either you have to
on his
push
own.
now or you have to hope that you get a good pit and do it then.
Yeah, so we've gone around 14 to 15 laps or so. No, maybe a little less than that on these mediums. Oh,
It's
slide down
crazy how
range.
close they get. Yeah, Pierre saved it. That was function right there.
That was function.
So does Gasly have it?
Yep.
Nah, he's not gonna have it on Albon though.
The wing just
No, he does
opened.
again. This timing thing must be wrong then.
So
It says he's a 1.4 gap, or am I reading this wrong?
no,
Oh, it's
no.
0.6.
Yeah.
That's what it is. I am reading it wrong.
You're reading it wrong.
Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. It's Albon 1.3 to Oak. Yeah, that's I'm
Yeah.
dumb. Yeah, he's never gonna get past him if Pierre can get close enough to Albon the whole time, because we know that the the Mercedes engine just isn't that
Right.
strong.
But Gasly continues to close here on
Guess
Albon,
that's his
so Albon's going
mom.
to be the one that gets the worst of this here at the moment here in a second. Trying to see the other ones. There's no interval. There's no interval in the top 10. There is
Yeah,
no
that's
DRS
yeah.
interval on
It's
anybody in the
not,
top 10.
and
So
there won't be until they pit.
right.
Sorry to the fans, but it just won't. It won't happen.
The only ones that we're having our DRS battle are Albon, Gasly, and Hamilton here uh, at 12th, 13th, and 14th. Otherwise, you're well over a second gap between everybody else. I suppose
And it should DRS will open here.
Joe has DRS on Latifi that we might see a pass him move up
But
into
does
15th.
now Pierre get Albon?
No.
No, not here.
No, he wasn't within half a second. It was like 0.7.
Yeah, he wasn't. He was a little too far. Albon's actually doing a really good job in that Williams, to be quite honest with you.
Yep,
As
agreed.
a shout out, he's actually been racing that car pretty well this whole season. He has had a few, incidents, but other than that, he's finding pace in that car. And Toto looks,
Toto just kind of like
Jesus
looking like a
Christ,
disappointed father.
yeah, my investment.
I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of sad, but also like at the same time, they've been winning for so long, but it must be a pretty awful, like that just must be such an awful feeling.
They have
They're
Russell
winning
in
so,
5th. And it's really
yeah,
all off of the start, to be
yeah,
honest.
it
Russell had a
really is all off the start.
fantastic start.
No, but he's also shown pace. I think George has also shown pace, like he passed without DRS.
True, true.
He's had pace. That's the thing that I don't get. I don't understand the difference. Like if
Well, he
Russell
passed
was, if
Magnussen.
Russell was down in 14th, would he be passing Gasly, Albon, and Ocon?
No, hold on. Time out, time out. He passed Magnussen, who is now
Right?
down in 8th, who got passed by Russell, Bottas, and Vettel.
No,
All
he
three
didn't.
of them.
Vettel passed them from the pit. He never
Oh,
actually
Vettel passed
passed
from
him
the pit.
racing.
Okay, so that's right, because it was Russell, Bottas, and Magnussen that were all fighting, and then Russell
Yeah.
and Bottas got him. So it could be it's more of a thing of like pace to it's a Haas pace question rather than a question on the Mercedes.
Yeah. I just find it weird that the car is so, I don't know. I think that's so odd. And we all know that Lewis probably gets the better car out of the two. Well,
Well,
it
I don't
used to be
know. It
like
just
that. We don't know
hasn't
anymore, I
gone that
guess.
way, right?
Yeah, maybe yeah, this may go into the whole driver confidence thing. Like if you just have no confidence in this car, you can't drive really. I don't know. It's very weird. Yeah, they put up the time gap between both him and Max, and it's over 1 minute and 16 seconds, which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy.
It's
Like,
crazy.
well, he's actually about to pass him. I'm sure Max is gonna feel pretty good about
Oh,
this.
actually? Oh, that
Yeah,
is Max behind. You're
he's about to
right.
get blue flagged.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. Well, but see, so Max, interestingly enough, is to continue to extend his gap because as he's overtaking cars, he can DRS
He
off the
DRS is up to them.
overtakes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. It's not good for Checo, but it's good for,
Well, I mean, at this point, it's almost a 15-second gap between Leclerc and
yeah,
Verstappen.
it's,
Like Verstappen just needs a clean
oh my
pass here on
God, that
these three.
Toto look is,
The look of
holy
disappointment.
shit. I would not want that meeting after this is, Jesus.
Now, Verstappen has to get out of this clear, right?
What do you mean?
He just, I mean, he can't like run into Lewis.
Oh, no, no, they're all gonna get blue flagged. I think he'll probably yeah, they're all getting blue flags now.
Yep. Oh, a little bit on the curb there by Verstappen. It goes a little wide. Let's see, radio.
Yeah,
That was the wrong radio.
that's the wrong radio.
That was Mercedes radio. That was Bono saying that was a blue flag for Verstappen.
You
Which
should be able to get past all of them here.
yeah, so Verstappen was waiting for the DRS to make the pass, and he wanted it. Yep, very strategic there. Nicely done.
That's doesn't feel good.
That is really funny, actually.
That's yeah, that's pretty brutal. I mean,
Continues to be
yeah.
unimpressed.
I mean, what are you supposed to? Even like me from this position, like what? That's just.
Yeah, those two were competing for the championship last season. How the
And
tables
he's
were
getting
turned.
passed on a
Yeah,
blue
he's getting
flag. Like,
lapped.
It's
and let's
just,
see.
and also, you know what the worst part about it too is that he's literally like, Lewis tried to make the pass after Gasly let him
Yeah,
by,
that
but
was
like
didn't
Lewis
really
can
talk
actually
for
tell how
Gasly.
much he can actually tell how much slower his car is,
Yeah.
right? Like he actually sees that he's so much faster. Also, remember Checo's gonna have to go through this too. Leclerc's gonna have to go through this as well, right? At some point,
Yeah,
or
but
is it the gap not there
they'll eventually get it, I think.
eventually, right? Yeah.
Gasly does have DRS off of Verstappen, which is sort of interesting.
Y- Yeah, actually.
Yep, he does. And so it looked a little.
Verstappen should get it off of Albon and then he'll be blue flagged and then yeah, interesting. God, that porpoising is so bad. See, I guess I don't know how else to kind of put this for viewers. Like, imagine if you're driving your regular car on the highway and you know that sometimes on the highway they build the highways that it's like in sections and the car
Yeah,
bounces.
yeah.
It's basically that the whole time you're driving.
But way stiffer.
And yeah, with no suspension. So kind of like think about that. And then you get that bouncing and then think that you have to do that bouncing and then go to the exit ramp with still the bouncing maintaining the same speed or slightly less. Like you would never do it. Like you would think the car would like actually like tip over. It's almost impossible. I mean, we've all driven on the highway when the car is bouncing and you're like, this is actually like not fun. Like this
You
is,
think, is there something wrong with my car? Yes,
yeah, you're like,
in
what's
this
wrong?
case,
And
there
this is
is.
what these guys are experiencing on every straightaway. And it's like 10 times worse. And
Yep.
then they have to somehow believe that the car will be able to turn.
All right.
It's, it's very, it's very different than last year, I'll
So,
say.
Fran, we've reached the 2/3 mark here of the race. Verstappen is basically just out there on his
Well, he's got to
own.
finish the race.
Exactly. He's
We've
got
seen
to
this happen
finish the
before.
race.
Yeah.
Red Bull thinks that the reliability issues are behind them
Not the
for
commentators
now,
curse it right now, but he's got to finish the race.
but he's got 21 laps to go here, 20 laps to go. The medium tires have gone for 23 laps, and you'd think they'd have to change at least once.
Because as you said, and credit to you, you said yesterday is that the or the Red Bull is actually fast. We've
Yeah,
just
it
never seen
is.
it finish a race, right?
Exactly. So
Like
all
it's
this,
competitive with the Ferrari, but we've never actually seen it win because it
and
doesn't finish. And
yeah,
Checo's the only one that ends up finishing, and Checo's not doesn't have Max's car.
because people have been saying, oh, like Red Bull and Mercedes spent so much on trying to um, win the championship last season, and as a result, they didn't have as much time in the wind tunnel, and that's where their performance is bad. But that's a Mercedes problem.
That's a
That's not a
Mercedes
Red
issue.
Bull
It's not a
problem.
Red Bull. Yeah, you're right. You're
So,
right.
because even it, like, okay, so Red Bull doesn't have the 200 whatever hours in the wind tunnel, but they're still leading races. Like, it is
Yeah,
idiosyncratic to Mercedes. So it is actually somebody forgot their aerodynamics like textbook or something
well, there
over at
was also a
Mercedes.
lot of talk. There's been a lot of talk recently, and a lot of things that a lot of the engineers from Mercedes have left, not left, been poached basically from Red Bull, McLaren, and other teams. So I
Hmm.
think they may have lost some of their actual like staff that knew what was going on. Here's a clear radio. Plan D. Jesus. How
Oh,
many plans do they have?
well, I mean,
Not good. Stay out until the end.
probably all the way down to F.
F, yeah. But no, you are right. I mean, I would say the other thing here is Latifi. I'm sure we're gonna see him.
Hmm. We're losing a
Oh my God, what
sprocket
is
there.
that? Oh, dude, someone's gonna run over that.
Yeah, that's not going to be good. It's going to also be very hard to clear because you have cars on every part of the track.
Wait, but is his car gonna like? Somebody is looking up that part and being like, "Is this a critical part to the car?"
It looks like something off the
It looks like
tire.
a cap or like a like you would screw it on to make sure it doesn't.
Yep.
I
So
don't
the
know.
tire doesn't go flying off.
Yeah, exactly. Lewis, I think he's going to try to do it here on Gasly, but I don't think he's going to get it. Nope.
No, I still think you have an issue because you can't leave the racing line and still have traction.
Oh, he's going to try it now. He's peaking again. No.
You can't. You're stuck. Despite the fact that
Yeah,
you have
I think you
DRS.
are a
You
little
can't
struck.
peek out because you're going to lose the car. Although this one looks clear there,
This looks dry.
but not in turns 1 and 2.
Yeah, on the first straightaway, if you do peak, I think it is still wet. I think it is
Yeah.
wet on the outside line.
You're going to end up in an incident like Ricardo and Sainz had on lap 1. Going to be a huge points weekend for Verstappen if he can actually manage to pull this
Yeah,
off.
that's what I was just looking at the points, and I'm trying to think where this actually puts them in the constructors and in the
I
individual.
wasn't even thinking about the constructors, but yeah, that's huge too for Red Bull if they do finish 1-2. Remember, we had Verstappen pick up 8 points because of his sprint race
Yeah,
win.
the sprint was big.
Yeah.
8 points is actually a significant amount. It's not. It's wow, nice.
It was 3 last year.
Classic Italian. Cigarettes out. He's going to try to do it this time. I think he's going to be close enough, but I still don't think he's going to do it. No.
Nope. Don't have the traction off the line. Oh, might try it again. Nope. Nope. Ooh, look at that dark cloud. Look at this shot here.
Yeah,
From,
this looks
the
like it's
AlphaTauri.
about to pour.
Yeah, that one's tough. I don't know. I mean, it could be very interesting. Actually, it turns into a race like Sochi last year, where you get
Yeah,
rain
where
on
it
like
starts
the
raining
last
on one part of the
5 laps.
track, and yeah.
Mm.
Whoa, this is new. The camera within the camera shot.
Yeah. Although, let's see. So the call to switch onto the mediums was right by the teams. I mean, they've gotten
100%. Yeah, they got
yeah,
that right.
they got
The weatherman on the team worked.
yeah, got at least a third of the race with these mediums.
And remember, if you want to see the live pictures, you can click in the top left, hit the subscribe button on the YouTube, and then you can come in and join us. Also, we do all the races. We show all the races. We show qualifying. We don't show practice, but if you ask, that's possible.
The next
Depends
race
what time they're at.
in Miami.
Yeah, good time for us.
Good time for us. Finally.
And let's
I
see
don't
if
have to
Lewis
think about
Hamilton will be able to make the pass. He's going to get DRS, but it's not going to happen again. It's not going to. He's never going to pass him as long as Gasly is DRS from Albon.
Yeah, I just don't think it's going to happen here.
Unless he makes a mistake. Unless Gasly makes a mistake.
Could be. We've seen people make mistakes on the exit there of 3 and 4.
Yeah, I don't. And then the clouds there look really nice. And this is Yuki. Actually, was interesting. Yuki actually has closed the gap here on K-Mag.
You're right.
Which
this has now become
this literally makes no sense. How did Tsunoda qualify literally all the way in the back and then is now in top 10?
We start in the top 10.
Oh, because of the sprint. You're right. They qualified for the sprint at the back. My bad. You're right.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes. Now I'm getting confused.
Let's see if he gets the.
He was.
Should have the DRS here. Does he?
Pretty good for it. He should have it. I think he's gonna get it.
Aggressive. He's gonna go on.
Yeah,
the outside.
Yuki's gonna send it.
That.
Yeah, easy money.
So again, a successful pass here, but Hamilton hasn't been able to make this.
No, but he can't. He can't because I mean, imagine if K-Mag had DRS. I don't think he makes the pass.
Yeah. Good point. There you actually have a real speed differential here.
Yeah, there you actually have a 10 to 15 mile an hour speed difference, and it's not in the engine. I still think something is weird with this Haas. It seemed like it was faster, but
nobody's been able to pass Albon either. Who doesn't have
yeah,
DRS.
I know. I know, which is nuts. Which is why I said hats off to him, because he's literally held up that entire group, and he has no DRS, so it makes no sense. Now I think though, if you put it this way, if Gasly didn't have Hamilton behind him the whole that's nice radio.
Yeah, so
That's
Yuki
good for
moving
him.
himself up
I
into
like
eighth.
honestly the only like positive thing that came out of the Drive to Survive season 4 was like the Yuki stuff because I actually thought he was hilarious and I kind of liked him a lot
Yeah,
more
yeah,
after that.
that was a good. I thought that
Like
was a good section.
other than the other critics and problems with that show, that was actually that was a cool. I like Yuki. I think he's funny.
So
His
there's a DRS2
his
actually
dream is
happening.
actually not to win a world championship, but to open up his own restaurant.
Really? Well, I
Yeah,
didn't
they
know
were
that.
asking all the drivers what their dreams are, and they all said win a world championship, and then he said own a restaurant.
Well, maybe you can win a world championship and then own a restaurant.
Yeah.
Let's see, he's gonna try again.
See, I want to go use the restroom, but they've had DRS on each other for this whole time
Yeah, yeah,
that I
yeah.
know if I get up, they're gonna pass.
They're
He
gonna.
still can't
Well,
get it.
okay, so we just went through. So now you have about 45 seconds.
All right, 45.
Or Lewis is gonna try it again, but he still can't. So you got 45 seconds to make it happen here until they get around. And actually now, Sergio Perez has made his way to this bit of a DRS train, and they're gonna have to blue flag this 12th, 13th, and 14th battle. So both Perez and Leclerc are closing in on this grouping here that we've had our eyes on the majority of the day. There's Carlos Sainz looking on, and he can see himself actually on the screen. That's rather awkward. And
Did I make it back in time?
yeah, you did.
Let's go.
Well, as we were saying that
Buckets.
Perez and Leclerc are going to be the next ones to go for this lap here. Uh, and actually, Leclerc is in the pit according to the live timing. That is interesting. So we said we would have to go for a tire change at some point. And looks like that point is right now, at least for
Wait,
Ferrari.
why?
They want to go before Red Bull because they want to have warmer tires. And they want to
Do
at
you
least try to
really
pass
need to
Perez.
pit?
I don't know.
No,
He's
he's
going
going
on the
on
softs.
softs. He's going to go for fastest lap. And there's a big enough gap between him and Lando that he can just send it, I guess. I don't think this is like a you pit because your tires.
Uh,
I didn't think anybody else was gonna pit. I honestly thought they were all gonna make it onto the end here. He's the McLaren.
I
Oh,
mean, it's just yeah.
wait, that's Norris.
That is Norris. Yeah. Oof, bit of a
Wait, but
Leclerc
now
leaving.
Leclerc's gonna have to overtake him, which he probably will, but
Well, I don't know. Is the gamble that
I guess they're just going for fastest lap, secure third, and that's it.
could
To be honest with you,
be?
it is kind of risky putting yourself behind another car, like no matter what. Even though it is Norris and he should be able to pass him, it's still
Wait
a
a sec.
risk
Wait a sec. Wait a
factor.
sec. Don't you lose
Or
more?
wait, now they're all coming in on. I guess they all. I didn't think they needed to pit, so I guess I'm wrong. I thought they were all going to go on one pit stop to the end. I didn't think the tires were that bad.
Yeah. I mean, Verstappen has so much gap that
Oh, it's because he's got now the free pit stop. That's why he takes it. They weren't going to pit, but since Leclerc pits, there's no
yeah, yeah,
risk,
yeah.
right?
There's
So
no
you take the
point.
free one, and that Perez pit stop at 2-2 is nuts.
That
That's on par with the McLaren one. That's the
well, Red Bull
tied
I
for
think
fastest
last
today.
year won the best pit stops, didn't
Oh
they?
yeah, that's when Mercedes complained, and then they made him go back to the manual thing
Oh.
because they were getting sub 2 seconds, and then Leclerc is going to try to go, and then he easily gets it. That car, jeez.
Okay, so he takes it. He takes the position
All
of
right, so
that.
I guess that works. So I guess I was wrong. It's okay to risk that, but
Interesting. I didn't think Lando was going to give it back so easily.
I didn't think so either. But I also don't think he has much of a choice. Here's Verstappen radio.
Ah, then pit me as well, please. Then okay.
What did he say? What did
Well,
Verstappen say?
Verstappen basically said, "Pit me as well, then, please."
Oh, okay.
There was a 43-second gap between first and second,
Nice
and their
pit.
pit stops are
2-3.
yeah, well within this. You should have about 15 seconds on Perez when he gets out of this. And we'll get the timing
Yeah,
here
he's
as
going to
soon
be
as
like
Max
very in
comes out.
front. But Leclerc's right on Checo
He is. His
with
second long
DRS, actually.
with one lap more of grip or heat in the tires. And that's because Leclerc just put in the fastest lap time to 119.2.
He has DRS. He may be able to get close enough to Checo here. I don't think he's going to be able to make the pass here, but it's going to be under pressure a lot. There's the Leclerc radio. I
Well, the
wait,
softs yesterday
wait, what?
went
Why would you
21
have gone for
laps.
mediums?
You only
Does he
have to
think the
go.
tire drag? Do you think his tire drag is too bad? I'm assuming, and the same thing's going to happen like last,
You gotta
like
go
like happened
13
before.
laps, man. It's like
I don't think that's that many, but
it's 2/3. So that Italian is you need some
yeah, he
espresso
is.
right
Jeez, he
there.
needs an aspirin like ASAP. Somebody get him some heart medication. I, I'm not. I'm not really sure.
No.
I
These
think it's
tires will
fine to go
continue
on the
to have an
softs.
issue.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about that. I think Perez is going to get eaten here.
Well, he's 0.7. He's not within a half second.
Yeah, he does. He's not. He doesn't have the grip that he has. It's
No
going to
way,
be
man. There's no
close.
way he catches this thing
No, no,
above the
no, 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 no,
slipstream.
no. It's too far. It's too far. It's too far.
He's way too far. This is
Way too
actually a
far.
great drive by Perez right now.
Yeah,
I'm
we got it
telling you,
again.
man, the Red Bulls are fast. If they can finish races, they just haven't like the point standings look so skewed
He
because the Red Bulls
actually
haven't been able to finish races.
he was 0.8 at the end of that. He finished at 0.5. He made up 0.3 seconds. So we're
Yeah.
right still that you have to be under like 0.5 to actually pass. 0.4 almost probably where you have to pass, even if you're at 0.4. Sonoda's been moving up. He's going to try to pick off Vettel here, which hats off to Vettel and honestly Aston Martin for being in the points. I don't really understand how that's happened after uh, the start they've had to the season.
Yeah, great race for Vettel to be able
Honestly,
to
it's
swing.
pretty fantastic.
Whoa! Look out.
Holy, oh, and that's the race. No,
Oh, he's lost part of the
no,
wing.
race is
Hold on.
okay. The wing is. Oh no, this is disaster in Italy. Yeah, he can't drive the car. It's.
No, he's all right.
Let's see if he can keep the power down though.
Nope,
He can't
he's gonna
turn.
have to pit. Oh, this is devastating. Wow.
Well, here we go, boys. We got a good championship battle
Wow,
now.
we have the championship is
It's
back and
back on.
competitive
All it
in
took was
Imola, no
one.
less. Oh my God, Ferrari has had just
Oh my God,
nightmares
this
in
is
Italy.
so bad. If you
Oh,
want to watch the live pictures, come into Discord. I put the link there, but
oh,
you can also click the
disastro,
top left
disastro.
and hit the subscribe button as well. And this is the, I guess we're watching the, and that's, oh man.
Oh, Vettel's gonna pass. Sonoda's
Vettel's
gonna
going to pass him on
pass.
the straight. Sonoda's going to pass him too. He may not even find himself in the points. And Sonoda's going to make the pass here on Vettel, take the outside. Easy money there for Yuki. Nice job, Yuki. Great race. Love it.
Magnussen is gonna pass
He's
Leclerc.
moved up to
Oh,
6 too. Oh my God. He's going to fall back. K-Max. Yeah, my
and all
God.
of a sudden, Lando Norris, who was
And all of a
driving his
sudden,
own
McLaren is
race,
going to walk onto the pole. Oh my God. After having literally the worst start you could, what? Let's see what happens here. Is he just pushing too hard?
he goes too deep.
Oh, Jesus.
He goes too deep over the curb. He literally tries to cut the curb and he's in the air.
Oh my God. Yeah. 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 That's that's all on him. He's lucky the car is not broken.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
un disastro, un disastro. Oh my God, between
that's
the signs, oh, it's just a nightmare. It's a nightmare.
yeah,
It's a
that's really
nightmare
bad.
for Ferrari, who have just not had good races in Italy. I mean,
Honestly, the
Leclerc
worst part
finished
about it
1-2 in
too,
Monza.
it was like here's so clear.
I mean, he might be able to get himself into eighth.
You know the worst part about it too is that we were watching it on the onboard, So you like literally saw
Yeah.
him make the mistake, like live.
Oh.
Like you actually like you saw him go over the curb and you're like, this is not good. Like he got so close to the pole.
Yeah, he almost took the pole out.
Yeah. I mean, this battle is still going on.
I kind of agree with Nico here. Like, did you
Yeah.
really need to pit him?
I don't. Yeah, but when you were watching him, I don't think he could turn the car to the left.
I mean, he was making it around the track. Like, he's got plenty. Like,
We
okay,
need to
what's
see
the
the car.
worst? What's
We
the
need to see
worst
what
thing
the
that
car looked
happens?
like afterwards, though. Like we
Norris
didn't get a good
passes
shot.
you. Like, you make it to the end with Norris passing you.
Like he's already saying it doesn't feel good. That's with already pitting. Oh my god, he
Mm.
almost lost it again.
I mean, I guess his wheel alignment might not be totally right, but they weren't going to be able to fix that anyway. So,
Yeah, I guess in that sense it doesn't really.
oh
Well,
boy,
folks, this is a pretty. I guess I'm not gonna say it was. It was a lull in the middle, and here's Leclerc's going to be able to use DRS and get past K Mag here, so he's going to be able to at least move up in the eighth and save a little more points, get 2 more points or 1 more point out of that. And but appreciate everybody that's popped in, being able to come and watch. This is, I think, the restart of the Formula One Championship.
yeah, it is.
Pretty
Assuming that
much.
Red Bull makes it this another 6 laps.
Yeah,
I mean, you
assuming
got
the
to
cars. Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
Christian Horner
Assuming
is
the
on the
Red
edge
Bulls
of his
don't break.
seat, praying at the moment.
And yeah, so if you want to watch live pictures, here's the link. Hit subscribe, and you can join in. We do the all qualifying practice and all the races. We will always share the pictures for them. And Botas is maybe going to actually be able to get Russell.
The very cheeky here by Mercedes, getting up into fourth with George.
Yeah, it's pretty
As
nuts. I mean,
Hamilton hasn't
George.
made up a single spot. He's
No,
still
he can't.
14th.
He's stuck behind Gasly. It's
Yep.
really incredible. I I would not want to talk to him after this. It'll be interesting to see if he can make this pass. I'm rooting for Botas on this one. I think it's kind of hilarious, but
Yeah.
I just think the meme of like he left the team, now he passes the team that got rid of him and the new driver. It's just kind of funny.
Well,
If he
assuming
does,
that he can
he's got
make
to
up
get
the
close
gap.
enough, but I don't think he may not be able to. I mean, Russell has actually like pretty good pace. It's pretty incredible
Oh, little slip there.
in
Might
a
open
car
the door
that's
for Botas. There's the
also sort
1 second.
of
There's
stuck
the
in
DRS
14th.
protection line. I think he will have it. Yes, 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 he definitely will as we come around.
Nah, I mean he's not going to get close enough to pass, but I think he's going to get close enough to get the DRS on the following lap.
Yeah, he's got to close the gap just a little bit more here.
He's
Yep,
going to
so
have to get him on the next.
point
He's not
4.
going to be able to get close enough.
He's gonna have to get him on the next one exactly.
Yeah, Valtteri needs to maintain the pressure
He's got
here. He
5
needs to
laps
stay
though.
within
He's
point
got
5.
5 laps.
He needs to stay within 0.5, 0.6 of the next DRS zone, and I think he's got him. There's Botas radio.
Yeah, yeah, they're definitely they're
6
they're
laps.
hunting.
Yeah, he's basically just telling him to go for it. It's also kind of, oh no, it's just painted different. I have to say the wheel cap paint on the Romeo, Alfa Romeo is really cool.
Mm.
I actually think it's pretty neat considering how ugly the tires are already. Which I still don't. I'll never understand why they put those covers over Perez radio.
Possibly a few
Few
spots of rain to
spots of rain.
fix. Heaven. Interesting. Oh boy, we got 4 laps to go if the rain
Will
comes in
Leclerc
now.
make the pass on Vettel, I think? I mean, I guess the best thing you could say is I don't think Leclerc is going to be able to get Tsunoda. Maybe 5 seconds, 6 seconds. It's like 5 seconds a
Here's
lap.
the attempt. at 200 miles an hour.
Yeah, let's see if Bottas is able to get it. I think he's
Oh
going to
my
be
gosh,
too
they're
far back.
repurposing. Woo, a little bit lower. I actually don't have
No, it's too far.
the interval 0.5.
Yeah, they've covered up the interval with the battle for fourth graphic. Is he charging? Yeah, this is the Ferrari just gonna bounce in front of Vettel there.
Yeah, he's in damage control mode now.
Yeah, he may be able to catch Sonoda, but maybe.
4 seconds. He's got 4 laps. I don't think
I
so.
don't know.
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
I don't think he's gonna make it. Yeah, he just said it. The guy, just commentator said he'll be lucky to get into P6. God, that Ferrari garage must be an awful place to be right now. And here we're gonna have Bottas again. Let's see if he can do it. Russell radio.
Forecasting light rain on the last 2 laps. There could be chaos.
Yeah, this if that actually happens, this could be ridiculous.
Well, it might not be enough laps for actually there to be chaos.
That
'Cause you'd
actually
have one
matter. Yeah,
person
you're right.
like spin out and then they go under yellow and they just finish the race, right?
He won't get him here again. He needs to get even closer.
Actually, yeah, it looks like Russell's actually putting distance in. Norris just got to keep going, man.
Yeah, Nora, he's just got to keep doing his thing, keep the car on the track, and he'll find himself on a podium, which is nuts
Yep.
to consider how, I guess, bad they started. I mean, they couldn't even break the first 2 races. Like, I would have to say almost like a hats off to McLaren for this one. I guess hats off to Danny Rick testing all the tires out for the team.
And then for the rest of the field.
And for the rest of the
too.
field. After taking out the Ferrari. Red Bull secret agent over there, ex Red Bull driver. I'm sure Horner will buy him a bottle of champagne.
Jeez. All right, 2 laps to go here. This is when we were
I
expecting
would still
a
like
bit
to
of
see the
rain.
Bottas thing. It should be right behind this. There's Zach Brown.
0.6 now. They're 0.6 going into this, so an opportunity.
I don't think so. Yeah, maybe. Oh, he's peaking. No.
Nope.
If he maintains this gap,
Yeah,
he gets him.
Yeah.
But if he lets it go
Unless
on
he
the other
just had
parts
to
of the
use the
lap,
overtake there.
unless he used it all, but he's not charging. So he may be fully charged. We have it. We can't see the steering wheel, but
He's charged. He's charged there a little bit. Aqua Minerale. It's like,
it's so funny the name of it. I wonder where it's from.
well, if it gets spicy, you call it Aqua Gasata.
It'll have
This is a half
DRS.
second here.
No,
Current
I
gap.
still think it's too much. If you're around 0.6 in this gap, it's too much. He's losing too much time in the subsequent sectors after it. He's not gonna get it. Yeah, because he was at like 0.5 at the end of that, and then the end of that turn, he's at like 0.65, and it's not close enough. It's not gonna happen again. He's at least 2 car lengths behind for Verstappen radio. Saying a few drops.
Few drops. He's just got to coast his way through. Ah, Leclerc does make it up into 6th, actually.
Wow, he does pass Sonoda. He literally made 4 seconds up on him in
2 laps.
less than 4 laps, 2 laps. He's a 2-second faster. I mean, that's pretty good though. I mean, that's pretty good damage control.
That is pretty good, but still, it's not a podium.
It's not.
Final lap here for Max. He just needs to bring it home. Red Bull's got to bring it home. They're going to finish with a 1-2 if they manage it. Haven't seen a Red Bull 1-2, what they said, since Malaysia.
Yeah, that right there. Right there, that's where he loses his time. And then right here again, he's going to lose maybe too much time.
And actually, Verstappen putting in the
Yep.
fastest lap
He
there.
the Mercedes gets the power down way better on the exits of these turns than the Alpha here, and that's where he's losing. And then watch, he's going to come out on this exit, and then George is going to have way more gap because he has more power. Yep, 0.7. He's not going
Not
to get it
enough.
again.
Okay. Well, it's going to be a maximum points weekend for Red Bull. They're going to win the sprint race. They're going to take the fastest lap, and they're going to win the Grand Prix here, assuming that Verstappen brings this thing home here in the next few seconds. And at some point, Sky Sports will swap the cameras over.
And
And
Max should be
Max
crossing
continues
shortly.
to win every race that he has finished.
And the gold booted driver, the number one car, Max should be able
Is
to
going
easily
to do
take
it.
this home, and Red Bull will take the 1-2 here in Italy, in the home country of Ferrari, in front of the Tifosi. And Max Verstappen wins the Grand Prix to bring him back up and bring this championship closer and more competitive towards the end. Perez about should be crossing in any second now, so considering he's 15 seconds behind, he does cross, and that is the 1-2 that Red Bull was looking for, the perfect weekend, as you said. And then 20 seconds later, we should be seeing Norris come through, which I think everybody as an F1 fan, hats off to McLaren. I think this is, granted, people had to not finish the race, but this is a fantastic drive, a fantastic, also just accomplishment for the team considering how bad they were at the start.
Yep,
This is,
yeah. So we do have a red on the podium, but it is not Ferrari red. It is Red Bull red here. And Leclerc will finish in 6th. So a
uh,
huge swing in the
I
championship
have to
here.
give hats off to the Bottas and Russell though. I think they did a really good job in both of their cars. Sonoda too, Vettel as well, amazing. Magnussen still a little disappointed to be quite honest with you.
That was a very lovely Sunday drive. Yeah, and the rain held off. So we had a clean race here, and it worked out. The strategies worked out. Very good. All right.
And it turns out that those guys, because they had enough gap, they were the only ones that ended up pitting. Everybody else just did one pit stop.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Everybody else finished on the mediums.
So thank you everybody. That was this we're gonna have Perez radio here. Yeah. Perez pretty pumped, pretty excited.
Very good. So it
Yeah,
looks
very good
like
job. That corner
perhaps.
there will haunt Charles for probably the rest of the season. To be not to be mean, but it's probably true.
Well, at least he saved it. At
He
least he
saved the
saved it.
he saved yeah, he did not destroy the car. He didn't wreck it. He was at least able to bring some
There's an
points home,
orange
which to be
flare.
honest is respect. Yeah, there is a yeah, there is some Max fans
There's a
out there.
Dutch fan there.
But thank you everybody that was watching. If you want to continue watching, I'll be able to hold the I'll put the Discord link in there and you can still we'll keep the pictures up through the interviews and everything like that. But appreciate we'll be back for the next race, which is going to be in Miami. A very expensive ticket down there in Miami.
Yeah.
So thank you everybody for watching, and remember to click subscribe and come back for next time.
Indeed, we'll be back in 2 weeks here for Miami, as Fran said. And don't forget, hit the subscribe button, come back with us, and pictures will be in Discord for the interviews. Otherwise, we're done for the day, and I'll have to get on with our day here. It's only 7:40.
Yeah, it is.
I got a whole day to go here. So, all right.
Yeah.
Very good. Max Verstappen, winner here at Imola with Sergio Perez, a Red Bull 1-2, and Lando Norris rounding out the podium there in third for McLaren. Fantastic weekend for Red Bull. We'll see you all in 2 weeks. And otherwise, have a great rest of your Sunday. Good night.